Godoy, and I'll be talking about capital punishment. Okay, so picture this. Imagine a murderer being related to a crime of a loved one. How would you feel if that person was sentenced unfairly? What if he just been in jail for 10 years? Would you say that's fair? So, should murderers be killed or spend the rest of their lives in leisure? Your answer may vary. Well, there has been numerous cases in where one believes it's not fair because it could be someone innocent or the death penalty is actually the least consequence one could deserve. Well, according to the Administration of Crime in America, September 29, 2010, 77% of parolees, those criminals that actually get a chance to go outside the world and still like have a chance outside, end up going back to jail, committing a crime. So why are we allowing them to in the world so they could commit another crime? Well, my credibility is I've been taking English 102. I've spent numerous hours doing this research, and I'm able to provide reliable source and information in my position. The death penalty is a necessary punishment in the age of serial killers and terrorism. Society has a right to protect themselves. Reporting the death penalty ensures the safety of civilians so offenders won't offend again. Well, first I'll be talking about the history of the death penalty. Then I'll be talking about capital punishment today. And finally, I'll be talking about the pros and cons towards it. Or well, this is the capital punishment I'll begin. It all began with, well, according to Robert M. Blum, a professor of criminal justice and legal studies, wrote a book called Death Quest in 1999, which provides information according to the death penalty. And he states that Britain first influenced America with European settlers coming to the New World. And the first penalty ever recorded was a man named Captain George Kendall in Virginia in 1608 for being just a spy. And later, in 1612, Governor St. Thomas Dale provided the death penalty for even minor offenses such as killing chickens, stealing grapes, and trading with Indians. But today, it all depends on the state. In California, all it takes is first-degree murder, and with some circumstances. But even though, like, it still takes numerous years for it to even happen. The person ends up dying before they even get traveled for death penalty. Okay, next. Now that I have talked to you guys about some history, I would like to talk about what people think about it. Well, Mary Meehan, an intelligence analyst for Panorax Global, an international research consultancy, wrote in AmericanMagazines.org, November 20th, 1982. She gives 10 reasons why people are against the death penalty, which some of you may be against the death penalty. You guys may think, oh, what if it's an innocent person? Well, a man named Mr. Buell and Implacable Foe of Capital Punishment made a study between the years of 1892 and 1971 that records failed to show that such incident happened. And besides, in this era, we have came far beyond with our technology, with our advances that such thing can even happen. We are able to determine a case with just a speck of hair. So for an innocent person to be trialed is basically impossible to happen now. Another reason why you guys may say it's bad is because it's too barbaric, it's inhumane. Well, Edward Koch, an American lawyer and politician, wrote an article called Death and Justice, which advocates reasoning against the death penalty and his solutions. Well, in North Carolina, they have changed their ways of killing people with lethal injections instead, and yet LA Times still criticized that it was the wrong thing to do. So people are never satisfied with the way people are put down. They're just upset more about killing of others. Now that I have shared some pros and cons, I'll tell you why I agree and my positioning on the death penalty. Art Swift, the high-tech executive, published an article called American Eye for an Eye, October 23, 2014. and conducted a research and interviews of criminals that they prefer um, spending life um, spending life sentence rather than the death penalty. And we shouldn't be giving them this. We shouldn't be giving them what they want. We should like put them down because they should serve they what they do. Well, imprisoning someone doesn't stop the killing. So an inmate can always kill another inmate or a deputy, and the only thing worse than life sentence is another life sentence, which does not make sense. Well, we should execute murderers, and we should execute murderers because with their execution, it protects the citizens and from future murder. I have talked about the history of the death penalty. I have also talked about the death penalty today and the pros and cons. And I want to end this with, by promoting the death penalty, you're making it safe for your life and the life of others. Thank you.